Hey.
Welcome back again to our Cooking with the Gordons here in the Celestial East Kitchen.
Another one.
Another episode, another great episode. I trust and hope that you guys have been enjoying our cooking shows thus far. And we're very excited for today. Today, actually, it will be a little bit different. Today, we're actually going to be meal prepping. Um, we've been getting a lot of those requests lately, and so we're going to kind of show you guys what what it looks like to plan out your meal, right? What it'll look like depending on what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish. This is kind of what it's going to look like when you plan out your meal strategically to set yourself up for success, right? So, what are we cooking today?
All right. So the plan is to just kind of do like a quick chicken curry, and so for anyone who probably practices any kind of physical fitness routine or anything like that, and if you work out, hit the gym, and you don't have a lot of time, if you're always going, always on the run, this is a good way to do things. So chicken curry is going to be a really good one. We're just going to focus on the chicken breast because it's an easy cook and you get your stack proteins, especially if you're in a what you call a format where you're really focused on the fitness behind the health. Chicken breast is very lean. You're just getting the lean muscle, no fat issue. The dark meat is a little bit more fatty. The white meat is a whole lot more lean. And so if you're trying to get that nice physique for the summer, they say bias for the guys, stress for the girls, or is that all around?
I don't know. I don't know.
So, whatever it is that you're working on, if you're just working on just focus on health, this is how we're going to do it. So right now we're going to jump over and look at this chicken curry.
All right, let's head over to the stove. Awesome.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat on. I'm going to start it on high just to get it going. I'm going to eventually drop the temperature down after it comes up to temperature, only because I don't want to dry the breast out too much. We don't want to have a trashy, dry chicken breast. So we got it going. I have some coconut butter. It's not cocoa butter. It's not something we're going to put on our skin. We're not talking about lotion. This is coconut butter, okay? So this is just the nice coconut fat that we're going to use. And I'm going to put this in the pan.
I love coconut oil, coconut anything. It's so rich and has so many health benefits, and it flavors your food so well.
All right, so the next thing I'm going to add is some plant butter. So the thing about the coconut butter, it's really kind of like for those folks who are trying to do like a ketogenic type diet, and you're trying to hit ketosis or whatever, the coconut is a really good fuel to get that result. All right, so when this is about to start sizzling and everything really quick, so we're gonna have that popping off and popping. I'll start throwing in all my exciting herbs and spices in there. That's gonna make you go.
Why do you add the vegan butter with the coconut oil?
So there's no particular reason for adding the vegan butter with the coconut oil. I just know that the vegan butter has a little bit of salt content in it that I want to put in the protein that I'm cooking, and this avoids me from having to use excessive amount of salt in my cooking. Okay, I don't like to. I'm very salt sensitive when I cook, so I want to limit the amount of salt that I put in my meals. So the vegan butter helps with that. But the coconut oil, right now, because I'm doing the curry, that's going to actually help with the turmeric process. We're going to tell you a little bit about turmeric in a little bit. But the coconut oil helps the turmeric and the curry like to transition and actually take effect when you consume it. Add some green onions to this. I just added a Jamaican habanero pepper. Add some thyme. Add some onions. White onions chopped up nicely. Toss that around a little bit. And add some garlic so I can flavor my pot. I love garlic. It smells so good already. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I have that going. I'm gonna basically now all the flavors and everything from the herbs and spices that I just put in here is rolling out into the oil combination that we got going. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my curry combination, which is made with Jamaican curry spice, turmeric, some crushed pimento, black pepper.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
So I've got a nice little gold. So now I'm gonna reduce my temperature just a little bit. I want my curry to burn. Good. So now I'm gonna add a combination that I made with just some garlic, some seasoning salt, just to give it a little bit more saltiness, not too much. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken breast. Now the chicken breast is diced for this occasion, okay? And so it doesn't want to go. Let's get you in the pot, man. Nice. Alright, so here it is. Nicely cubed or chopped chicken breast. So what are we gonna cook with this to go along with the chicken curry, baby?
Well, we are going to make some broccoli with cauliflower. Yeah, broccoli with cauliflower. So we are going to go ahead and get this over here in the pot, right here on the stove.
Nice.
So I'm going to turn this on. And this is my pot going. I like to cook my veggies with chicken stock or whatever stock you like to use. And then kind of like part stock, part water. And then I'm gonna add a little bit, not too much, just a little bit of water.
It smells so good. Oh my goodness.
Okay, like that. And so we're gonna bring that to a boil. I'm gonna go ahead and add. I just put 2 broccolis in there. Put all of that in there. Okay.
Nice.
And I don't like too much water because who likes a mushy broccoli, mushy cauliflower? Yuck.
I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that seasoning that I had before, the garlic and the herb and the pepper and stuff. You guys should be smelling this curry right now. It's smelling like a champ over here. Before the gym.
So we're gonna keep that covered. I have this on like a medium heat, medium to high heat. I want to get it going, but again, we don't want it to be mushy. And so that's going. And so while Joe is talking about you know, while he's cooking on the curry, you know, the chicken and all that stuff, you know, let's talk about the tip of the week. Let's talk about the tip of the week. Um, you know, what are the benefits of turmeric? You know, what do you use it for? What can you use it for? And so, you know, there are many benefits to turmeric. You know, turmeric aids in your digestion system. Um, you know, it aids in, you can use it for your skin regimen. It aids in inflammation, helps to reduce pain. And you can use it for cleaning. So let's kind of drill down just a little bit. So, well, how can I use turmeric in my digestive system? Like, well, how can I help it to move some things and kind of, you know, make my GI tract a little bit happier than it normally would be. Because you do need a happy GI tract. You know, I always talk about the gut being the center of everything. You know, it's important to make sure that our gut is happy and healthy because it is our second brain, and our brain really controls most things within our body, right? So how digestion will aid in turmeric will aid in your digestive system. It helps with you know, moving things along. Um, you can make it into a juice. So turmeric juice first thing in the morning is amazing. It really doesn't necessarily have a taste. You know, it's best if you do drink it when it's cold. I wouldn't recommend drinking it room temperature, even though some people do it hot. But you can do it as a tea. It's very good as a tea first thing in the morning. It moves things along, prepares your GI tract for what you're going to be putting it in throughout the rest of the day, help you to digest and break your food down. So the bloatness, you know, you won't kind of feel bloated and stuff like that. And you can have more frequent bowel movements, right? How can I use it in my skincare regimen? Well, let's see. You can make it as a paste. You know, it's great for facials, brightens your skin, reduces a lot of blemishes that we may face. And of course, we know sometimes you know, when we start to see blemishes, you know, it kind of gives us a telltale sign of what it is happening within our body internally. So what goes on in our body comes out on the outside of our body, right? So true. And cleaning, you know, you can use it as a cleaning agent. Just as you can use certain things like vinegar and other natural home remedies, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, you know, it's the same for turmeric. Turmeric is good for cleaning. And let me go back a little bit for the digestion. You know, you can use turmeric as a detox as well. You know, turmeric teas, oral supplements, whether it's in a tablet form or a liquid form. You know, that is very, very good for someone like myself. I hate taking pills, so I tend to go more on the liquid side. So I will make a tea out of it. They do come pre-made. So hey, you know, that's the great thing about the world we live in today. Some things we don't have to recreate the wheel. You know, you can go to the store and buy you those organic tea bags that are turmeric teas that you can make and drink instead of actually having to make it from the turmeric root itself. And then, of course, like I said, there are liquid supplements that you can take. Let's talk about inflammation. It helps with with all your inflammatory issues. For pain, it reduces pain. It is very good in reducing your pain. If you have arthritic issues, it really does help by making sure that turmeric is one of your staple things that you add to your dietary needs throughout the day. Let's see, what else do we have? I think that's about it. Now, of course, cooking, we know we cook with it, right? You know, we put it in our foods, like our curry, for example. We cook with that and we put it in there. I put turmeric sometimes in certain juices that I make. We do make cold pressed juices, and I put turmeric in some of my juices. I call it, it's good for your skin, your hair, your nails. There's a specific juice that I do that I add my turmeric in, and it tastes so good. And if I'm on a day, if I wake up and I feel like if I'm more achy than normal, then yeah, I'm adding a little bit more turmeric than I would normally do. So those are some of the benefits, right? Some of the benefits to turmeric. I think every household should make sure that they have that in their refrigerator, whether it's the ginger, the turmeric. I keep saying ginger because it looks so much like ginger. But every household should have, whether it's a turmeric root or it's the powder, right? Or like I said, oral supplements, whether if it's a tablet form or in liquid form in a supplement for supplementary needs. We should make sure that we have it. I think I'm not against medications or anything like that. I just do believe that a lot of things that we have here, right, within arm's reach, with that added with your medications that you might be taking, I think that, man, all those things put together, it's a force to be reckoned with to protect your body, right? And that's all we're trying to create these barriers so that there's a thick layer of shell so that we can, our body's able to fight off and ward off things that are trying to attack it. But I do believe, right, that our food is ready. We're gonna before we plate it in our meal prep container. Like I said, we've been getting quite a bit of inquiries and orders for meal prep. Summer months are coming, so everyone is trying to get into their summer swimsuits and swim trunks and vacations that are coming. So we're just in preparation of helping, right? Helping everyone, but we don't want it. While we're helping, we're trying to ensure, right? We're trying to ensure that we are making consistent lifestyle changes that are not just for upcoming summer months, right? But after the summer months have been gone and long past, we can still weather the winter months by still planning out our meals and making sure we're not grabbing for that chocolate bar or grabbing for the pint-sized ice cream, right? Or I don't know, the chocolate chip cookies that she knew, or the potato chips. The potato chips that we may have stashed either by our bedside or somewhere in the pantry or something like that. Or the peach cobbler. Let's not forget the peach cobbler.
I'm talking about the peach cobbler.
Right. Which, was a big hit, by the way, last week, which is what we made. So I thought it was a good segue to go into our meal prep after feasting on that humongous peach cobbler that we had. So let's talk about meal prep, right? Meal planning. Why is it important? And who can benefit from it? Honestly, we all can benefit from meal prepping and meal planning. I think life is getting a little bit more hectic and challenging for many of us. There's a lot to do. We get so busy, and then we forget about taking care of yourself. We're so busy taking care of everyone else, running and chasing after the kids, all that stuff, but we have to make sure with all that busyness we are preparing, especially if we have goals. If this is the goal that I have. My goal is, okay, let's talk about who benefits from this. Who needs meal prepping or meal planning? Well, if you're looking to reach a weight loss goal, you need that. Especially if you're not disciplined enough, right? Especially if you're not consistent enough, right? Who else would benefit from it? Someone who doesn't like cooking. I've come across a few of those, and to be honest, there are many times I don't feel like cooking, right? But you know, I always have something in the refrigerator that I can grab instead of having to go out to the store or Uber Eats or DoorDash or I don't know what the others are called these days. But you know, those fast food places that will deliver. So if you have a goal, if you have a goal, if you have a goal, it's very important to plan. Planning is important. You know what's the saying that they say, hun? You know, without a plan, you don't have a plan, right? Something like that. I don't know. But anyway,
I know the one that says, "Give us a vision lest we perish."
that was a good one.
So,
without a
the
vision,
people
the
perish.
people will perish, and that's the Bible.
So that's basically saying
Without a plan, you plan to fail. That's it.
And that's another one.
Without a plan, you plan to
That's it.
fail.
Without
So,
a plan, you plan to
you know, the question is, are you planning to fail or are you planning to succeed?
Are you failing to plan?
Or you, well, you know, and failure to plan is planning to fail.
That's right. Come
Right?
on.
So,
The church said.
amen. So it's very important to plan. So what do I mean by planning? Well, you know, first you get a drawing board. You know, you sit down with either myself, you know, or my husband or nutrition coaches or if you don't have one of those, watch us, right? Take tips, you know. What do I like to eat? These are the things I like to eat. These are my likes and these are my dislikes.
That's right.
All right. So that's how you're strategically planning, right? You're strategically brainstorming. You're strategically laying out the plan because you see the vision, you see the process, you see what the goal is, and this is my prize. My prize is to, I don't know, lose 10 pounds. My prize is to eat healthier, right? Because let's be honest, I could lose 10 pounds. I can meet that 10-pound goal, but I still feel crappy on the inside. So the goal is to plan holistically, right? Holistically, something that's gonna stick. Because even if let's say I lost the 7 or 10 pounds, and I may gain, I don't know, 3 of it back, but I still maintain that mindset of a healthy eating lifestyle. That's a win, guys.
Yeah.
That is a win.
Yes.
That is a phenomenal win, right?
See, the thing is, you're trying to incorporate a full lifestyle change, and to be honest with you, the first place you got to start a change from is inside of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so once you've decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing, right? Now the next change that needs to happen is inside of your gut, right? And so your mind and your gut have to be in one accord for that lifestyle to kind of like take over, for you to transform into, you know, whatever it is that you plan to be, or you imagine to be, or you desire to be, right? But the sole purpose of the whole transformation is, in the end, the result and the outcome is total health reformation.
Total health, I love it. Total health reformation.
And what's going to happen is that you're establishing a healthy mind, you're establishing a healthy gut. And when the mind and the gut is in one accord, right, then the body itself is going to have to come along with the program.
Absolutely.
And so in joining the program, you start getting the results that the eyes like to see.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so for you, looking in the mirror, that self-esteem and confidence will rise from that. But when you go to the doctor and you get that good report about your health, that's even the bigger win. And
numbers don't lie, right?
That's right. As a matter of fact,
lie.
a good friend of mine quoted this morning that, you know, a man might lie and, you know, a woman might lie, but the numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't
You know,
lie.
and we know that if you stick with the plan and you work towards the objective and you don't stray, you know, just like anything you're doing in God, if you stick with His commands and you don't stray, you're gonna have the victory at the end. And so this is what, you know, I'm saying we're leaning towards. But I have good news. Our dish is finished and we need to plate.
All right, so I'm gonna bring over the meal prep. So you don't have to go out and break the bank to find you a great container, or simplicity is the key. So this is the container that we typically use for our clients. And so I'm going to bring it over to the stove for Joseph, because he's going to go ahead and plate it inside, because we want you guys to see what it's going to look like once we're done. So we're going to head over to the stove, all right? So Joseph is already over there.
Okay, so for the sake of the heat, transitioning into the pot and all the science that goes behind cooking, I swapped the burners around. All right, just in case anyone was wondering. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the broccoli and the cauliflower. Remember that song that
Cauliflower.
what was that again? I forgot what it called.
I wanna make your name go holler, something like that.
But it was
Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob. There it is. I can remember Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bobs.
That shows how old school we
That
are.
was but it taught the kids a lot about healthy eating. It really did.
All right. So there it is.
Add a little bit more. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Here.
There's nothing wrong with having more.
Okay.
This
Who
one.
runs the world? Veggies.
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 There's another one that came out. VeggieTales? VeggieTales. I used to love VeggieTales. All right, so here's the all right. So you can see this chicken, man.
Man, it looks so good.
Oh my goodness! And but it's not even just the look; it's so much the smell, and then I can only imagine the taste. So I'm trying to hold this thing. It's starting to get nice and hot in my hand. Wow. Go ahead and have this chicken, the rude boy chicken. And my Jamaican peeps listening, rude boy chicken over rude boy curry, you know.
Rude boy curry. I don't think I'm saying it Jamaican enough.
Rude. You have to say it with a little bit of aggressive. Rude boy curry.
Rude boy curry.
Yeah, chapo. Something like that. All right.
Did
So,
you guys believe that I'm actually from Jamaica, but I feel being around my husband makes me feel like I'm not sometimes.
how pretty that looks.
All right. Just a little bit more, and then we gonna be rolling out of here.
All right, good to go.
All right, so we're gonna head back over to our center island and let you guys see how beautiful this looks. Look at that.
That looks too good.
That is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous looking plate.
But they say that's a sexy plate.
But look. So look, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, check out our social media platforms, our spices, our marinades, and all that good stuff. And if you need help in planning for your next plan for succession, you know where to find us on our website.
That's right. Until next time. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.